first of all, I'd love to say congratulations on your nomination. Yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to, just get more of a sense of your work on this series and, what that experience has been like for you.
I was referred to them a few different ways, I think. Brandon Trost, good DP friend of mine, I gave them my name, and I think I'd worked with one of the directors before, who didn't end up doing the show. But yeah, my name got passed around, and they hired David Tattersall and me to shoot the series.
Yeah, that's awesome. What was that, collaboration process like between you and David as the two DPs on the series?
I loved it. I thought it was amazing. David started the show, but was so open and interested in me doing my own thing and just having full control over my episodes. But I think we just collaborated really well. He's such a nice man and such a smart DP, and we made crew decisions together, equipment decisions together, and various other things. And I just loved working with him.
That's awesome. When it comes to the nominated episode, Is My Very Nature That of the Devil, which I believe was the third episode. What was, something special about the filming process?
So in the third episode, we're almost introducing Claudia, which is obviously a major sort of change in the storyline. And we see her at the end of episode 3, and she really gets brought in episode 4. So things are kind of ramping up a lot for Louis. He's now a vampire, and he's trying to figure out what that life means for him, and obviously not without its own difficulties. It boils over a little bit for him, so he kind of loses it for the first time and gives into it momentarily, and that sort of happens at the end of the episode in this big culmination oneer that tracks through this old street as everything's on fire and people are going crazy.
What was the most challenging part of the episode to shoot for you?
It's funny. I would say that last shot, at the end of the episode, because there was so much coordination involved in that. Mm-hmm. But honestly, we planned it out so well that nothing went wrong with it. So, it was challenging in terms of the planning and everything, because there was, months of discussions about all the various aspects to make sure it was done safely with all the pyro and all the stunts. Mm-hmm. But honestly, it went pretty well on the day, which was nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's always nice when the pre-production makes it go smoother.
I mean, honestly, the whole episode was pretty fun to do. We were on a TV schedule, so we had to move very fast overall. So there's some things where like, oh, I wish we would have been able to do this or that. But I'm very proud of how it turned out overall. The whole episode, or the whole series, was done a lot practical. I mean, we had green screens like on the end of our backlots, just as set extensions, but the production design team built this amazing backlot for us to use for the season that was all real. Like, it was all just there, and we just had to light it and shoot it, and it looked amazing. And overall, the production design of the whole series was so awesome that it made our job so much easier.
Yeah, that's wonderful. It always helps when the different departments are working in conjunction with each other to really better the overall series. What's it like to be nominated? What does that mean for you?
It's crazy. It's a big deal. Like, I didn't expect it, and I was just overwhelmed. I still am overwhelmed with it, honestly. Like, it's being recognized by the ASC for this is the best I could hope for. Like, it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Like, I tell my parents, I was like, this is the biggest thing that could happen to me. Like, this is amazing. I'm just so humbled by it, and it's just so it's amazing.
Awesome. What's next for you?
I don't know. I don't have my next project booked. A couple things in the works, but we'll see what comes out of it. I really want to do something I want to do. Mm-hmm. And so I've kind of been in that mode of wait for the right thing. So waiting for the right thing.
That's awesome. Are there any of the other nominated shows or movies or anything that were, just inspirations for you this year? Anything you'd like to shout out as something that you really were creatively inspired by?
Oh God. I mean, so many of them. that's the thing about these awards, is like you're surrounded by the best talent in the world, you know. I mean, they're all there's so much good work out there.
Yeah,
And
there is.
like I said, just to see my name on the list with all these people is just, you know, mind-boggling. This is really a fun time in my career. I mean, I started out as an assistant. When I was 18, like this is all I've ever done. And started out in the low budget world and worked my way up. And so I've been at it for a while, and this really feels like a whole new stepping stone for me.
Yeah.
And just like I'm really excited to see what comes next. And yeah, and just like as an art form, being able to be here with all these other cinematographers is so cool.
Yeah, congratulations. And that's awesome that you worked up through the line of being an assistant. Having coming from that path, which I mean, basically I feel like most people are either coming from that path or like coming out of film school and trying to just DP and nothing else. But I mean, what do you think that brings to your work? You know, what have you learned from that being your way up in the industry?
I mean, I think it taught me to work with little and get a lot, you know.
Mhm.
I mean, every budget level has its own challenges, and you're always fighting a schedule, and you're always fighting this or that. But at the end of the day, you just have to figure it out, and you just have to make it work with what you got and problem solve. And I think you do that a lot in the indie world, you know.
Yeah.
And just, you know, strive to create something that speaks to you, that speaks to the audience. Like, you know, not every shot in the project is going to be the most amazing thing in the world, but if you know what you're doing from a broad spectrum, and you really know the story, and you know your other filmmakers, every decision you make is going to have work a little bit towards that, you know. And I
Hmm.
think coming up in the indie world, you just have to have that in your head, because you don't always have the time to do anything else. I don't know, you just have it so ingrained in your head, that language that you're speaking for that film, that you just, everything you do is towards that inherently.
And I think that's a good mindset to have. Well, cool. Thank you so much for talking to me, and congratulations again on your nomination.
Thanks very much. Yeah, I really, really appreciate it.